everyone, welcome back to the channel, Happy Trails and Adventures. For those of you who are new, I'm Suzanne.
And I'm Tom.
And today we're heading out on a fat tire e-bike ride starting just outside of Naramata, BC.
Yeah, in this ride, we're going to do a section of the Kettle Valley Rail Trail to the historic Adra Tunnel. Our ride today is pretty simple. It's going to start from Glen Fir Station up to Adra Tunnel and see also Adra Station as well as Adra Water Tower Foundation. So it's not a very far ride. So we'll keep it short.
Yeah, so from where we are right now, it's going to take about, I don't know, it's about an 8-kilometer ride, but along the way, there's what's called the Rock Oven Park. And these are really interesting. These are rock ovens that were built way back in the early 1900s by the railway workers, and they used them to bake bread in their meals while they were working on the railway. So lots of history on the KVR for us to see today.
Yeah, there was a lot of work gone into the Adra Tunnel restoration. So it just opened a few weeks ago. We're here to bring it to you. And in case you wanted to plan your adventure, you can follow us and see what you think, as well as maybe go beyond. There's more to explore on the KVR.
So the Adra Tunnel has, like Tom said, just been recently opened. It's been closed for years, and there's been some amazing restoration work done by some wonderful people. It took them 3 years to restore it, so we could enjoy it today. So hop along with us and enjoy the ride. Okay,
and stay tuned. Later in the video, inside the tunnel, there is something really, really special. Never seen it before. So, yeah.
It might be the only tunnel in the world just like that.
Yeah. All right, on that note, let's get into today's video.
Okay, let's get rolling. We parked at the Glen Fir Station, which is one of the many trail access points along the Kettle Valley Rail Trail. And so this railway back in the day was the Canadian Pacific's effort to link southern BC to the rest of Canada in the early 1900s. This cool map here shows the regional trail network, and it shows a good chunk of the trail system in the Okanagan. And if I zoom in here, we are right here, and we're gonna bike this section here. Okay, it's rattlesnake season. Good to know.
After Glen Fir Station, this is what the trail looks like. It's coming into kind of a wooded area, and we'll be heading up a straight section pretty soon. Oh, bumpy cattle guard. When the KVR was built from Chute Lake down to Penticton, the engineer, Andrew McCullough, had to deal with a 4% grade from the top end of Chute Lake all the way down to Penticton. So when the railway was constructed, there was 2 large curves put in so the elevation could drop at a constant 2.2% grade. So there's 2 switchbacks. One is at Glen Fir, which we parked. The other switchback is the Adra Tunnel. It's a curved tunnel, some 480 meters in length. Matter of fact, the longest tunnel on the KVR. Or this section is a little bumpy. Sorry for the camera shake. One thing, the views are spectacular from up here. And we would probably be just above Little Tunnel below us. For those that want to know our tire pressure, okay, here we are. We put 25 pounds in these e-bikes on the 4-inch fat tires. They hold 30, but now having felt what 25 is like, we would recommend at least going to 20 because of the bumpiness. 25 to 30 obviously would be for pavement and hard surfaces, so I think we've got a little overinflated tire for the conditions today. So just keep that in mind.
So we just arrived at the rock oven number 6, and it says it's a 5-minute round trip. So we left our bikes on the trail here. We're going to take these stairs down. So we should be there in a couple minutes. I just passed another hiker and he said it's only like 2 minutes. So let's check out these ovens. Okay, Tom's gonna lead the way here. We're getting close. I hope this isn't poison ivy. Well, this is nice and cool in the forest here.
So here's one rock oven.
Oh yeah. Can you imagine this is where they made their bread, cooked their meals while working on the railway? Okay, that was rock oven number 6.
There are pit toilets here at mile marker 116, just from Glen Fir to Adra Tunnel. So yeah, very convenient. Another entrance to Rock Ovens Park. This one is strictly for hiking, and it's just to the side of, or just beyond the pit toilet.
And this is truly a unique part of this ride. These ovens were built by railway workers over 100 years ago, used to bake bread and cook meals in the wilderness while constructing the railway.
We're going to look at rock oven number 1 and 2. There are 8 rock ovens in total. Earlier in the video, we showed you one of them. I think it was number 6. So here we hike over to oven. We'll go to number 1, built in 1913. Yeah.
Fascinating.
Also, what's fascinating is this was a tent site for the workers. If you pan around, there's a flat spot in front of us where we walked through. There's a sign saying that it was a tent site, and there's 2 rock ovens here. This is number 1, and
I saw the other one. We can stop by and have a look.
And we're gonna go show you number 2. So rock oven 2 was built in the same era, around 1913, and it was restored in 1999 as part of the Kettle Valley Rail Trail history. Oh yeah, this is my favorite.
Yeah, okay.
Nice job. Look at this one here. Yeah, get in there.
You could almost climb inside it.
Yeah. And this is rock oven number 3 on the other side of the trail.
Look at this.
Ooh, this is even more elaborate. Look at that one.
I wonder if animals use that as a home in the winter.
More than likely.
So this rock oven number 3 is the closest to the rail bed so far that we've seen.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all pretty close, but this one is, you can just see the rail bed from up top there.
If you're taking the route that we did today from Glen Fir Station up to Adra Tunnel, these rock ovens are on your way, you can't miss them. They're well marked off the trail, and they're not too hard to find. They're just something really cool to look at. A lot of history here.
If you want to catch a train, it told you the stations and I guess the time,
Right.
when it would arrive, or
like Chute Lake and Chute Lake Lodge here. And then there's Adra, which we saw, or Adra Station with the water tower. And then Glen Fir is where we parked.
So just a little farther down the trail lies one of the most exciting stops on the KVR. It's the Adra Tunnel. And it was built in 1913 and it was closed for years, and it has just been recently opened up to the public thanks to some incredible restoration work. So we can't wait to see this.
All right, let's go. We just passed the Adra Trail bypass, so we should be coming to the tunnel any second here. Yeah, here's the portal.
Okay, so we're about to go into the tunnel, and the tunnel has LED motion sensor lights. So as you move through the tunnel, they come on in a sequence, but we've heard it's pretty dark in there still, so we're prepared with our headlamps, and we also have really good LED lights on our bikes. So we should have no problem seeing where we're going if, there you go, Tom, now you got it on.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're good to go.
Sounds good.
So in the middle of the tunnel here, it's dripping down water from the ceiling of the tunnel, and there's an air shaft. Oh, do you hear the sound of the train? Oh, that's a cool sound effect. There is a chandelier on the ceiling just under one of the lights. So I'm not sure why the chandelier is there. So please leave a comment below in the video description here if you know what the history on the chandelier. Was it part of someone that built the KVR or the tunnel, or where did it come from and why is it here? Anyway, that is something cool that you would also want to see here. And there it goes out. Hi friends, just popping into today's video. Wanted to
thank you for watching, and if you do want to follow us, we encourage you to hit the subscribe button to follow our future adventures. And if you like today's video, please give it a thumbs up, much appreciated. And let's get back to the video.
We're gonna go check out the Adra Water Tower Foundation. It looks like it's just coming up in our view here. And this is about 2 kilometers from the tunnel. And here we are.
The name Adra comes from a Spanish seaport because it reminded the architect of the railway. The view at the time, you could see Summerland and Okanagan Lake, and it was a beautiful view. I mean, now it's all grown in, but that's where the name Adra comes from, a Spanish seaport.
So over beyond there was the Water Tower Foundation. You can see the hexagon shape from the distance. We'll go up there in a second.
Okay.
And this was Adra Station. So this was the station house here. Kind of reminds me of just junk again, but here's the remnants of an old stovepipe. So we're just going to access the foundation around these shrubs here. Looks like it's very overgrown to get in here, but this access is a little easier. Wonder what this is here. If you know what that might be, I thought it was a chimney at first, but it's just a piece of concrete of some sort. Maybe it was a pillar, a pillar support for as part of the foundation. And this happens to be the Adra Water Tower Foundation.
So this platform that's sort of a hexagon shape is the foundations from the Adra Water Tower site. And now they've made it into a little picnic area, but you can see the sign up there shows this was in place from 1915 all the way to 1973.
So Adra Tunnel is down that way with the Adra Station we were just at. And up here goes to Chute Lake and Chute Lake Lodge. And eventually it'll take you to the Myra Canyon trestles. And so we're going to be heading back to Glen Fir where we parked the truck. Well, the nice thing about the turnaround and riding back is it's all downhill at 2.2% grade. So we'll be back at the truck in no time. This is so great that it's open to the public.
Well, what an unforgettable ride from the rock ovens to the newly reopened Adra Tunnel. This is a must-do adventure if you're visiting the Okanagan. So be sure to put this section of the KVR on your bucket list.
Yeah, and again, this is the Glen Fir section all the way to Adra. We thought it was a cool ride today. So those that didn't want to do a full ride to Shoot Lake or longer section, just want a day trip, highly recommend this with this beauty behind us. So that wraps up this video today, and thanks for coming along with us. And we'll see you on the next one.
Bye, friends.
Bye.